everyone, thank you for coming back to the BNS channel. Today I want to talk about goals, and I know that most of us are really good at setting goals, and I think that one of the things that we forget is that our goals change often, or they should change often, because what happens is as we are growing our business, if we are in tune and focused on what our goals are, then we will achieve them, we will reach them, we will find that we've gotten to that stage where we've just gotten what we had wanted. So I think it's important not only to, and we all hear this, we hear this all the time, set your goals, focus on your goals, keep your eye on the ball. I mean, these are all things that have been proven to work with business, with sports, with whatever. So if I'm not stressing to you enough in my training that goals need to be set, then take this video as that stressor. And just know that having a goal set doesn't have to be huge or that feeling of unattainability, the feeling of not being able to reach that goal. Because when we set goals like that, and that's the only goal that we set, then it just seems so unattainable that we sometimes give up and we don't want to achieve those goals. And another thing is, your goal is not necessarily someone else's goal, right? So setting your goal to be inclusive of somebody else doesn't always work, because if they're over there setting their goals and they're focusing on what they want and how they want to get it, and you're trying to focus on your goal, but it includes them, but it doesn't have anything to do with their goal, you're going to have a hard time reaching yours. So I know that sounded a little bit confusing, but if you really think about it, it makes sense. So I always say, let's set some little goals. Let's set some goals that we really feel that are obtainable and that we can reach with a little bit of a stretch. And so, for instance, in our Scentsy business, what I feel is a little goal is to set a goal for reaching the different levels of your leadership. So let's say the first goal that you set is to say, okay, my first goal is to be active, so I'm going to sell $150 a month. Well, that's a really small goal, and even if it seems very huge to you, the efforts that you put in to reach that 150 is really what's going to set you apart and get you going to the next level. So once you start reaching that $150 a month, the next goal should be $500. But you can't forget to change your goal and to reset it. So once you've reached a goal, it's not done. You're never done. And I'll give you a perfect example for me personally. I had, and this is kind of the opposite, but I'm sure some of you are going to be able to relate. I had set a goal, and if you've been watching my videos, you know this. I had set my first goal to be to build a garage and an office onto our home. And that's actually a fairly big goal. But this past summer, or this past spring, actually it was last spring now that I think about it, I, in my mind, reached that goal. Now the problem with this is that, yes, the garage and the office addition were built, but they're not finished. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that my office isn't done. You know that I complain about it all the time. And the problem that I did is I reset my goal before the first one was even finished. So I lost focus on it. I lost my drive to finish it, and that's why a year and a half later, I'm still sitting in an unfinished office, and because in my mind, that goal was done. So I didn't need to focus on it anymore. Wrong. So I've had to reset my goal to finish the office and the garage. The garage is basically done. You know, I don't know what he wants to, that's kind of Ben's goal now, so it depends on whatever he wants. But as far as the office goes, I want that done. I want it done badly. So that has to be my short-term goal right now. So make sure that your goal is set properly. And I know it's almost like an alarm clock. If you don't set your alarm clock the right way, you're going to get up at the wrong time. The whole rest of the day is going to get set off. And it isn't right. So if you have your goal set properly, at the right speed, at the right time, at the right momentum, then it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. So I just wanted to touch base with you all on that, on goal setting, because it's very important to any business. It's important to even our children. You know, I look at my daughter who's going through school, my son who's going through school, college, and if they don't have their goals set for them, or set for them as far as how they set them, to reach graduation or to get that job that they're looking for, then they're never going to get it. And so I find that it's extremely important to make sure that the goal you have set in your mind is the appropriate goal, that the wording is set up right, that so that you don't jump to conclusions like I did, that just because the framework was done, that your goal is complete. And guess what? It's not, because the inside work is just as important, if not more important. It's equally important as the frame. So make sure you're setting your goals. Make sure you're resetting your goals when you need to. But ultimately, make sure you have a goal. Whether it's a short-term goal or a long-term goal, it doesn't matter, because I never was really goal-oriented. I just knew that I had a vision of what I wanted to do and where I wanted to be. And the aha moment happened that vision is actually my goal. So choose a different word if you don't like the word goal, but just know that it's something that's important that you have to focus on for your business to grow. And that's all I have for today. If you have any questions, any comments, please list them below. Don't forget to subscribe to the BNS channel. Hit like on this video if you thought that it was helpful. I'd like to know that. And your likes or your thumbs up show me that you found this helpful. So have a sensational day, everyone, and don't forget to be true to you. Bye.